Hey friends, imagine you've just gotten home after a long day, you're staring at that pile of skincare products on the vanity and thinking, do I really need another gadget? I've been there, scrolling through endless 15-in-1 promises while trying to decide if adding yet another device to my routine will actually help or just end up as another dusty shelf ornament. If you're on the fence, the link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's walk through what the 15-in-1 Hydro Oxygen Beauty System actually does for everyday users, where it shines, and where it might leave you wishing you'd stuck with a simpler routine. First off, the biggest question people ask about any multifunction beauty device is whether all those functions translate into real benefits or if they're just a marketing collage. This unit packs 15 different modes, everything from a skin camera scan and hydrooxygen infusion to LED light therapy and microcurrent toning. In theory, that sounds like a spa-level treatment you can do at home, but the practical upside hinges on how often you'll actually use each mode. If you're the type who loves to experiment with new tools and you already have a decent skincare lineup, it could be a fun way to trial several technologies without buying separate gadgets. If, however, you prefer a straightforward routine cleanser, serum, moisturizer, then the sheer volume of options might feel overwhelming and end up gathering dust. So, who should buy this? I'd say it makes sense for three main groups. First, skin enthusiasts who enjoy tracking progress. The integrated skin camera gives you a visual baseline and lets you compare before and after shots after each session. That can be motivating if you thrive on data and love seeing incremental changes. Second, people who have specific concerns that line up with the offered modes, think mild acne, uneven tone, or fine lines, and are comfortable following the device's recommended protocols. Lastly, budget-conscious shoppers who would otherwise purchase several single-purpose tools. 15 functions in one housing can shave a few $100s off the total cost if you actually use the majority of them. Conversely, skip this if you fall into any of these categories. If you're new to home skincare tech and feel intimidated by a menu of 15 settings, the learning curve might deter you more than help. If you already own a high-end LED mask, a dedicated microcurrent pen, or a separate oxygen infusion device, you'll likely find the performance of each individual mode here a bit underwhelming compared to purpose-built equipment. And if you're looking for a single, powerhouse solution, say, a device that dramatically erases deep wrinkles in one go, don't expect miracles from a jack-of-all-trades, jack-of-none approach. Let's break down the practical strengths that actually matter when you're using this thing daily. The Hydrooxygen Boost is probably the most unique component. The device draws in ambient air, mixes it with a light mist of water, and delivers that microaerosol onto the skin. Users report that the sensation feels like a gentle, cooling mist, ideal for a quick refresh after a workout or before a night out. It's not a replacement for a traditional hydrating serum, but it does add a modest layer of moisture that can help your skin absorb subsequent products more effectively. Because the mist is fine enough to settle without feeling soggy, it works well under makeup, making it a handy prep step for busy mornings. The skin camera is another tangible benefit. It's a 5-megapixel sensor that flips up and gives you a close-up view, complete with digital overlays that highlight redness, oil zones, and texture irregularities. The interface is simple enough that you can snap a shot in under 10 seconds and compare it side by side with earlier images. This visual feedback can be especially useful for people dealing with fluctuating conditions like hormonal breakouts or seasonal dryness. You'll see patterns you might miss with just a mirror. It also serves as a quick sanity check before committing to a new treatment mode. You can verify if a particular area truly needs LED therapy or microcurrent stimulation. LED light therapy is a staple in many at-home devices, and in the 15-in-1 it comes in 3 colors: red for collagen support, blue for acne, and amber for circulation. The light panels are positioned close enough to the face that you don't need to strap on a separate mask, which saves time. In practice, a 10-minute session feels akin to a gentle facial massage. The heat isn't intense, but the glow can create a subtle warmth that many find soothing. Users have noted that regular use 3 times a week can lead to a modest reduction in mild redness, but the effect isn't dramatic enough to replace professional treatments. Microcurrent toning is the most niche of the 15 functions. The device delivers a low-level electrical pulse intended to stimulate facial muscles, theoretically improving firmness over time. The pads are built into the head of the unit, so you don't have to attach separate electrodes. In real-world use, the sensation is a faint tingling that some people find pleasant, others find distracting. Because the current is very mild, there's little risk of irritation,